Oh, hello. My name's Ray. Thanks for tuning in today. I write poems and stories and rhymes, and I make little videos like this sometimes. So I hope you enjoy the verses I tell and that you get inspired to get writing as well. But let's get started. No more delay. It's time for some random rhymes with Ray. So, onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is a big, long word with a very, very simple definition. All it means is it's a word that sounds like a sound, a word that sounds like a noise. And there are lots of examples of this in poetry and in comic books in particular, when we write a word which makes you think about a sound. So it's a great part of language, really good fun. One of the most fun things you can do with language when you're doing your English lessons, your literacy lessons, when you're writing poetry, and especially performing poetry. Because there's a lot of fun to say bish, bash, boom, and zip, zap, zoom, and piff, pop, paff. So I'm going to read to you 3 examples of my poetry, which involves onomatopoeia, different noises, different sounds that help us imagine and bring poetry to life, enliven poetry. Well, at least I hope so. Hope you enjoy them. Piff, paff, ping. Pete went dong. Paul went ding. Polly with a pop went piff, paff, ping. Sam went smack. Sue went smash. Sally with a bop went bing, bang, bash. Bob went splodge. Bob went splat. Billy with a rap went rat-a-tat-tat. Lou went doink. Lynn went dash. Lily with a crack went crunch, crick, crash. Anne went pow. Alf went poom. Ali with a zonk went zip, zap, zoom. Cease, said John. Hush, said James. Jenny, with a shout, said, stop dropping names. So this one's called Rails. If cows said bar, and donkeys oinked, and Eeyore came from snails, if dogs went quack, and monkeys croaked, and meow came from whales, if cats said woof, and chickens barked, and ribbit came from quails, I'd be confused. I'd be driven mad. In fact, I'd go off the rails. Noises. Crash, bang, wallop, rat-a-tat, smash, pow, puff, piff, bish, bosh, bash, zoom, zip, zap, bob, bump, boom. The noises to make when you're tidying your room. Well, now it's over to you. Why don't you try to write a poem using onomatopoeia? Think of different noises. Think of words that we use to describe noises. So you could, for example, like I have, think about animals in nature, maybe use different animals. Maybe go to the jungle rather than a farmyard. You could think about noises that the weather makes, the pitter-patter of rain. How does the noise that rain makes change? What happens when we walk through snow? Crunch, crunch, crunch as you walk on very thick snow, or when you walk through sludgy snow. You could think about transport. Cars make different noises to motorbikes, and trucks make a louder noise. And when screeches and brakes, screech, that's a great onomatopoeia word. You could think about the noises that you hear in different rooms in your house. The kettle, the microwave, the air fryer, the washing machine, different noises. What happens when someone's cleaning a room? You hear different noises, like when you clean your bedroom. And maybe you could think of different noises that we hear in sports. Imagine a football, bang, hitting the goalpost. Imagine the sliding tackle across a muddy field, or landing in a scrum after rugby, or whacking the ball in cricket. All these noises are around us all the time, so we can write them and we can perform them as poetry. Have fun with onomatopoeia and write some fantastic poems. Bye-bye. I'll be off then. Cheerio. Goodbye for now. I've got to go. Ta-ra for now. Back and on. By which I mean later on. Be lucky. Stay safe. Goodbye. Ta-ta. Don't you go changing. Stay as you are. Toodle pip, people. So long. Adieu. And until next time, take care of you.